Hi, welcome to Home at Tampines West. Today's book is about The Smartest Giant in Town by Julia Donaldson. She's actually a best-selling children's author, and this is one of her popular books. Okay? George was a giant, the scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same pair of old brown sandals and the same old tattered patched-up gown. I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly. But one day, George noticed a new shop. It was full of smart clothes, so he bought a smart shirt, a smart pair of trousers, a smart belt, a smart stripy tie, some smart socks with diamonds at the side, and a pair of smart shiny shoes. Now I'm the smartest giant in town, he said proudly. George left all his old clothes behind in the shop. He was about to go home when he heard a sound. On the pavement stood a giraffe who was sniffing so loudly and sadly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my neck," said the giraffe. "It's so very long and so very cold. I wish I had a long, warm scarf." "Cheer up," said George, and he took off his stripy tie. "It didn't match my socks anyway," he said, as he wound it round and round the giraffe's neck. It made a wonderful scarf. "Thank you," said the giraffe. And as George strode home, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. But look at me, up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town." Then George came to a river. On the boat stood a goat who was bleating loudly, "Bah, bah, bah, bah." "What's the matter?" asked George. "Bah, it's my sail, bah," said the goat. "It blew away in a storm, bah. I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat, bah." What did George do? "Cheer up," said George, and he took off his new shirt. "It kept coming untucked anyway," he said as he tied it to the mast of the goat's boat. It made a magnificent sail. "Thank you," said the goat. So George strode on, singing to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. But look at me, up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town." Wow, he looked so happy. Oh, then George came to a tiny ruined house. Beside the house stood a white mouse with lots of baby mice. They were all squeaking. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's our house," squeaked the mother mouse. "It burned down and now we have nowhere to live. I wish we have a new house." What do you think George will do now? Let's see. So George said, "Cheer up," and took off one of his shiny shoes. "It was giving me blisters anyway," he said, as the mouse and her baby scrambled inside. The shoe made a perfect house for them. "Thank you," they squeaked. So George had to hop along the road, but he didn't mind. So as he hopped, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. But look at me, up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town." Oh, he looks so happy still. Oh no! Then George came to a campsite. Beside a tent stood a fox who was crying. What's the matter? Asked George. It's my sleeping bag, said the fox. I dropped it in a puddle. Oh. I wish I had a warm, dry sleeping bag. Oh yeah, when it's wet, you can't use the sleeping bag, right? So George said, cheer up. He took off one of his socks with the diamonds at the sides. It was tickling my toes anyway, he said, as the fox snuggled into it. It made a very fine sleeping bag. Thank you, said the fox. So George hopped on, singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look at me, up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town. Wow, George still looks happy. Oh. Then George came to a big, squelchy bog. A bog is a mud, okay? Beside the bog stood a dog, who was howling. Oh! What's the matter? Asked George. Oh! It's this bog, said the dog. I need to get across, but I keep getting stuck in the mud. I wish there was a safe, dry path. Oh, cheer up, said George, and he took off his smart new belt. It was squashing my tummy anyway, he said, and he laid it down over the bog. It made an excellent path. Thank you, said the dog. And the wind started to blow. But George didn't mind. He hopped on, singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog. But... what's going to happen? Look at the wind, it's howling. Blow and blow and blow and... Oh no! My trousers are falling down! I'm the coldest giant in town! Suddenly George felt very sad and shivery and not at all smart. He stood on one foot and thought, I'll have to go back to the shop and buy some more clothes, he said. He turned around and hopped all the way back to the shop. Hop, hop, hop. Oh no, but when he got there, the shop was closed. Oh no, what to do? Oh no, cried George. He sank down onto the doorstep and the tear ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals he had met on his way home. Oh dear. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw a bag with something familiar poking out of it. George took a closer look. Ooh. And what did he see? My gown! He yelled. My dear old gown and sandals! Yay! George put them on. They felt wonderfully comfortable. I'm the coziest giant in town, he cried. And he danced back home along the road. Outside his front door stood all the animals he had helped. They were carrying an enormous present. Come on, George, they said. Open it. George untied the ribbon, and inside was a beautiful gold paper crown and a card. So he wore it. Look inside the card, George, said the animals. George put on the crown on his head and opened the card. Inside it said, your tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. Your shoe is a house for a little white mouse. And one of your socks is a bed for a fox. Your belt held a dog who was crossing a bog. So here is a fine crown to go with the sandals and gown of the kindest giant in town. The end. So we've done the book The Smartest Giant in Town, and do you remember what he has, or rather do you remember what George gets at the end of the book? He gets a crown, right? So this crown, we're going to make it today, alright? So how do you make this crown? Now, I have this template of mine, okay? Now this crown, you can download it from Teachers Pay Teachers. You can look up my name, you can look up Blooming Footprints under Teachers Pay Teachers, and then I've already uploaded the crown template, okay? It's called I Am Crowned. So you can look it up later on, or if you can print it one now is great, okay? So we're going to make this, but first, what do we need? We need a scissors. Alright, so if you do not know how to cut, it's alright. You can ask your mommy or your daddy to cut it for you. Okay, so I'm going to do a very quick one. I'm going to cut out the shape. Okay, the grey parts are the parts that you don't need. So just cut out the parts, the white parts, okay? So because my head is big, I am going to cut just these two parts because need to attach it together, okay? So that I can wear the crown, okay? So that it can fit nicely on my head. So firstly is to cut it out. Be careful. If you are able to cut it, please be careful because it can be very sharp, like my scissors. Alright, so quickly cut it out. Cut it. It's okay if you can't cut it perfectly along the lines. It's really okay. So I'm going to have the front part of the crown being cut. Okay, so this is the front part, and then I will have the band at the back. If your head happens to be bigger than mine, then you can cut the third piece, okay? But my head is just needs two. The front part and the second part. Okay, so I'm going to cut this away quickly. Alright, okay, so I don't need all this. So if you don't need it, put it away from your table. Keep your table clean. Okay, so I don't need my scissors anymore. So, alright, so I have these two parts. What's next? Now George is a kind giant, so he can write I am kind. But you think, what am I? Are you kind? If you're kind, you can write down kind. Or you can think of other words as well, okay? For me, I think I'm going to write I am fun, because I think I'm fun to my students and as well as to my son as well. So I'm going to write I am fun. So F U So I'm going to write I am fun. But if you have other words, it's perfectly fine. You can put I am beautiful if you think you're beautiful, or I am handsome, you know, if you're a boy. What else? What other words can you think of? I am brave. Oh, that's a good word, right? I am brave. Brave if you can, you know, face the cockroach. I'm very scared of the cockroach, so I'm not as brave when I see a cockroach. I get very scared, especially the flying ones. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, so once you write down the what you are, and now that comes the fun part. You can decorate. Okay, so you can see the first crown that I made. I have spots as well as some stickers, and then at the back I drew stripes. So you can decorate any way you want. Or you know, if you want it plain white, it's still fine. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to highlight the border because I like mine to have a bit of colours. So that's a very quick one. Alright, if you have glitters or if you have stickers, you can put it put that on. If you have color pencils, you know, you can color it any way you want, okay? Because it's your crown. So make sure you decorate the crown as you please. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this very quickly. That's the top part, yep. So for the back part as well. Okay, so for this crown, I don't think I want to color that much because I like my crown to be simple. Alright, but let's see. Okay, but I have some stickers. I love stickers. So if you have stickers, you can add them on to your crown. You know, mine is made out of foam stickers. Okay, so these are called foam stickers, and I'm just going to like paste it all around. Now, if you're using stickers, please make sure after you peel it off, please do not litter your house, because if not, your mommy or your daddy will get very angry. So make sure you collect all the, you know, the back of the stickers, and then you throw it in the rubbish, okay? Yeah. So please do not litter, even though it's in your house. It's just not nice, okay? So help your mommies and your daddies as well in the house to keep it clean. Right? Because a clean house is a happy house, right? Yeah, at least for mine. Okay, so I'm just gonna like quickly just do one more over here. So I have different colors of stickers and shapes. Do you know what shapes are these? I have triangle, square, circle. Yeah. Okay, so after you have done that, what you're going to do is you're going to put them together. Now, how do you join these two pieces together? You have a few options. You can glue them together if you have glue, or you can staple them together as well. You can do that. Okay. One of the ways that I do, okay, like how I did with the first crown, is I actually use the stickers to paste them together like that. See? So that I do not need to use glue or all those things, okay? So, yep. Okay, one part is attached, and then the other part. Now, this is a bit tricky because you may not know how big or how small to put your crown. So what I do is I actually put the crown around my head first. You can ask your mommy and daddies to help you as well, okay? And then I, put them together. Oh, okay, so it overlaps, which is fine. Then I'll just take out this. Yeah. Oh, okay. If it's torn like mine, it's okay. You can just take out the piece of paper and paste it. There we go. Ta-da! And you have your crown. Alright? Yeah, you have your crown. So like I said, if you do not have stickers, you can use a stapler, which is fine as well. But when you are using stapler, please be careful of the backing, because the backing can be very sharp. Alright? Especially if you put it on your head. Alright? So just be careful. You can use a scotch tape as well if you have it. Otherwise, one way is for you to use the glue. So if you do use the glue, make sure you put a little bit of glue on at the end, and then you paste it together, okay? And then you wait for it to dry before you actually use it. So now, I'm done. So now you can wear the crown, and then we're going to use the crown later for music and movement, okay? So keep it, or you can use your crown and pretend that you're the princess or the king at home, alright? Okay. So like I said, once you're done, make sure you throw away all the pieces of paper, all the pieces of sticker back, okay, that you don't need, to keep your table clean. Alright, okay, that's it, your crown. Hope you like it. Thank you. So just now we had art and craft, right? So now we are doing music and movement. So I want you to take your crown again because we're going to use this for our next song, okay? Ready? All right, music please.
This is a song about dress-ups. How about a fancy hat?
Fancy crown, okay?
Put on your hat.
Put on your crown.
Put on your hat.
Ooh, there we go.
Put on your hat.
Put on your crown.
Going to wear it for a while. It's the very latest style. So put on
your crown.
Now
right
maybe
there.
a sparkly shirt.
Oh,
Yep.
shirt. Are you ready?
Put
on your shirt. Put on your shirt. Follow me, okay? Put on your shirt. Put on your shirt. Come, put on your shirt and put it over your head.
Going to wear it for a while.
It's a very latest style. So put on your shirt.
Now, clippy-cloppy shoes.
Oh, shoes.
Put on your
On your
shoes.
shoes. Whoa. Put on your shoes. Put on your shoes.
Put on
you
your
wearing your
shoes. Put on your
Shoes.
shoes.
Wow.
Gonna wear them for a while. They're the
Put on your shoes.
very latest
Yeah, tie
style.
it,
So
tie it.
put on
your
your
shoes.
shoes. And off you go to show everyone.
Show everyone, okay? Oh. So make sure you're dressed up. Are you looking nice with your new shirt, your new shoes, and your fancy crown? Show it to your mommy, okay? Mommy, look! Do I look nice? Yes? Okay, go to your daddy now. Go to your dad, okay? Daddy, look! Does it look nice? How about to your sisters or your brothers? Oh, make sure it's all, you're looking all fancy, right? And that's it! Okay,
Thank you,
good
everyone.
job everyone. Well done! Okay everyone, now I want you to stand up because we're going to do some marching, okay? Are you ready? Alright, music please. Let's go. Alright, march. Are you getting ready? Let's go! Let's march! Oh, can you march around? Oh, let's march! March! March!
Let's march
Together
till I say stop. Let's
March one more time. Let's march forward and backwards.
Let's march.
March. Let's march. Oh, can you put up your legs up high? March.
Till I say stop.
Stop.
Let's hop.
Oh, hop. Can you hop? Hop.
Let's
Hop.
Let's hop. Let's hop
Together
till I say stop.
Don't move, okay?
Hop. Now hop.
Hop. One more time.
Let's hop.
Hop.
Let's hop.
Let's hop. Hop.
Let's hop
Together
till I say stop. Let's skip.
Oh, skip. How do you
Let's
skip?
skip.
Skip, everyone.
Let's skip.
Skip.
Let's skip.
Skip. Can you skip around your home?
Together
Or skip around the room?
till I say stop. Don't move. Let's skip.
Let's skip again. Woo! Let's skip.
Let's skip.
Skip.
Let's skip
Together.
till I say stop.
There we go. Finish. Good job. Yay. All right. So just like Josh met all his friends, right? So now we are going into a car ride to meet all your friends. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Music, please. Get ready your car, okay?
Off for a ride
Are
in
you
a
ready?
car. Take you riding in my car.
Can you drive
Take
around?
you riding in my car. I'll take you riding in my car.
Let's see
I'll
who do we
take
see
you
first.
riding in my car. And here's Noni.
Hi, Colin.
We're buckled up.
Yep.
Here we
You
go.
need to on the engine, right?
Engine, it goes.
Boom, boom.
Engine, it goes.
Boom, boom.
Chicka chicka boom, boom. I'll take you riding in my car. Here's Simon.
hi,
Colin.
Simon.
Hi Noni.
Hi, Simon.
Click clack, let's go. Horn it goes beep beep. Horn it goes beep 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 beep. I'll take you riding in my car.
Let's see who the
Here's John. Hi everyone. It's starting to rain.
starting to rain. Oh,
Wipers
put your
on.
wipers.
Windscreen wipers go swish swish. Windscreen wipers go swish 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 swish. I'll take you riding in my car.
Hey, let's go.
Take you riding in my car.
Okay, drive
I'll take
to
you
your
riding
mommy,
in my
drive.
car.
Woo.
I'll take you riding in my car.
Let's drive faster.
I'll take you riding in my car.
Finish. That's it, guys. All right, let's off the engine and open the door. Close the door. All right, good job, everyone. Bye. Do like Tampines West Community Club Facebook page for more interesting videos and content.